Alex Caruso is one of the best defenders in the NBA. He has the perfect combination of effort, quickness, and basketball IQ, which you'll see just how smart of a defender he is in a few moments. Let's first start with his one-on-one isolation defense. Pay attention to how he sits down in a nice wide defensive stance with his chest leaning over his toes. Then watch as the ball handler attempts to go left and Caruso slides left with him, but Caruso anticipated the offensive player crossed the ball over. That's why his hand was already in the ball pathway a split second before the crossover was even performed. Now let's look at this next play. He slides left and absorbs the contact to cut him off. Now Caruso knows the ball handler will most likely cross to the other side, so again he has his hand in the ball pathway before the move is even performed. Alex Caruso's on-ball defense is elite. He has some of the best defensive instincts in the NBA, and that's one of the reasons he's averaging 1.6 steals per game, which is 12th in the NBA. And that's why he has one of the highest matchup difficulty ratings in the NBA. He's assigned to guard the team's best player every night. And if you take a look at this chart, you'll see there's only a few guys ahead of him in this metric, so Caruso is putting up great defensive numbers all around. And speaking of guarding stars, here is Caruso guarding one of the greatest point guards ever. Again, watch how he has his chest leaning over his toes, and as Curry gets low, Caruso mirrors him and gets low as well. And then Curry does the hang dribble left before trying to cross back right, but Caruso anticipates this perfectly, and this is similar to the first clip of this video. He is exceptional at stealing crossovers. Now watch how he defends a bigger player on the perimeter. Again, he leans his chest over his toes, and as soon as he sees the ball handler committing one way, he slides laterally to cut him off. He does a great job at absorbing the contact from the bigger player, and this is how smaller defenders like both Caruso and Jrue Holiday are able to defend bigger and more physical players. Now in this isolation situation, he's defending Chris Middleton. He does a great job at getting physical, and as soon as Middleton turns inside, he uses those quick hands and forces him to reset. And on this isolation possession, he shows great discipline by not leaving the ground on Harden's pump fake. And whenever you are guarding Harden one-on-one and don't foul, that's always a plus and great defensive play. Caruso's on-ball versatility is what really makes him special. He can defend 3 to 4 positions at a high level because he's physical, smart, gives effort, and his ability to anticipate is second to none.
At a Bulls game in a Bulls uniform. Randall, Caruso under his skin again, gave it up quickly with 2 to shoot. Caruso was there as well, and the
So now that we've covered his on-ball defense, let's focus on what he does off the ball. Caruso is a beast in the passing lanes, and if you take a look at this chart, it shows you the best passing lane defenders with over 800 minutes played this season. Caruso is second on this metric, but the player in front of him has played 16 games less than Alex Caruso, so basically he's number one in this metric because he has been great in the passing lanes consistently throughout a longer period. Watch how Caruso collapses inside in order to bait the ball handler into making the long pass. This is a great athletic defensive play. The key to being a great passing lane defender is being able to be aware and conscious enough to read what the ball handler is doing. It's kind of like in football when a linebacker or safety gets an interception. They read the quarterback's eyes in order to make a play on the ball. And it's no different on this play either. He's on his toes watching Luka the entire time, and as soon as Luka rises up and looks his direction, he now knows the pass is coming.
Tucker gets the loose ball steal. 4 kicks stolen. Rozier chasing Caruso. What a pass off to White. Caruso's there.
Now let's talk about his ball screen defense. Watch how he's able to squeeze around the screen, forcing Paul George to reset after losing the ball. In the past several years, screens are being utilized more than ever, so having a player who can navigate through them is important. He's also excellent at taking angles, and once he gets near the ball handler, he always forces a tough shot, which is just icing on the cake for a great defensive possession. Look how easy it is for him to get skinny and get around the screen. This isn't something everyone can do, and that's the beauty of his game on this end of the court. He's just really good at navigating screens, and he's around the top 10 in the ball screen navigation metric with players who've played at least 1,000 minutes this season. The next important part of his defense is effort and hustle. Simply sacrificing your body for your team or diving on the floor for loose balls is a key to getting more playing time no matter what level of basketball you play. Alex Caruso is an insanely skilled and smart defender, but a huge part of him being a great defensive player is his activity and energy. Flying around the court and giving second, third, and even fourth efforts on a single play is what sets him apart from the majority. He's everywhere on the court at all times, and if you've watched recent videos of mine, you know my favorite defensive saying is to leave your fingerprints on every single possession. Whether you are on ball or off ball, try to make some sort of impact that gets your team back on offense as quick as possible. But that'll be all for today's video. Let me know which defensive breakdown you would like to see next, and if you enjoyed the video, like the video and consider subscribing to the channel for more NBA defensive content.